For the latest, let's bring in our correspondent in London, Benedict Pavio. Benedict, it's been a dramatic week of ups and downs. Now it's ending in this pause. Is that a surprise?
Well, it is a surprise that suddenly they are paused tonight, but we've got an explanation for it. And of course, what they're trying to do is to reach this post-Brexit trade deal. And the time is really, really short. We've said that many times. We've seen since the EU was actually no longer the thing for the United Kingdom because of the referendum in 2016, and that Brexit, contrary to the polls back then, we've seen all kinds of deadlines come and go. We've seen positive steps forward and we've seen steps back. So there's no way of knowing if these divergences that they've identified are going to be a real problem. We know that both camps are putting a lot of hard work into it. But what we know tonight is that the UK and EU negotiators, who have spent at least 3 days and 3 nights discussing, there are significant divergences that remain. So they have mutually agreed, both Brexit chief negotiators, for the EU, Michel Barnier, for the United Kingdom, David Frost, that they will pause this. They will go back. They will talk to their principals. So for Michel Barnier, that's going back to Brussels. For David Frost, he just has to go to Downing Street and see Boris Johnson. And interestingly, the British Prime Minister will now talk to the EU Commission President, Ursula von der Leyen, to talk about the state of play and where the talks are at. So no surprise that state aid subsidies, enforcement of new rules, fishing remain the key sticking points. And of course, that has been true for a very long time as well. So we started the day with demands on the table that was categorically denied by the European Union. And let's remember that Monsieur Barnier has a mandate. That mandate is given to him and that remit by the 27 member states. So that's who he's going to go back and consult with. Now, Downing Street again have said that everybody's working hard. But this issue of time, they're really all up against it. So time is extremely short. As I said, the 31st of December, will there be a trade deal or will there not? Because on the 31st of December, the United Kingdom, come rain or shine, come deal or no deal, will leave the single market and the customs union. It already left the EU on the 31st of January. So it will be much more complicated for whether it's filling in forms or taxes if there is no deal. And both parties still say they want a deal.
So, Benedict, then how much of this is posturing, a sort of theater in order to try to call each other's bluff?
We're all trying to decrypt the body language, when we see the pizzas going in, the sandwiches going in, the late nights, and then we get response and we get a good morning from Michel Barnier this morning saying this was an important day, and then suddenly a pause. So it blows hot, it blows cold. But what's not going to change is that 31st of December date. And it was interesting to see France's Europe Minister, Clément Beaune, this morning warn on French radio that France could veto a deal if it didn't. And the British position is also that nothing's agreed until everything's agreed, and that they will not do, like the EU, a deal at any price. What we know is that whether it's Boris Johnson here in the United Kingdom or the 27 EU leaders, they will all need to be able to sell whatever deal is agreed, if indeed a deal is agreed. It's going to be uncomfortable, possibly. There are going to have to be concessions, and we will have to see. And the other people who will have to ratify this, if there is a deal, is the EU Parliament. That all takes time, and there is very little of it.
France 24's Benedict Pavio in London. Thank you for the latest on this 1 millionth chapter of the Brexit drama over there. Thank you.